What's up, YouTube? This is Sea-Dog back with another review, another Transformers The Last Night review, as I promised last night. And this is Transformers The Last Night TakaraTomy STEELBANE. And here we are, STEELBANE in his packaging. And as you can see, there's a little bit of differences. We have a sticker that says Transformers The Last Night there, and then we have a different kind of nameplate here. STEELBANE with then The Last Night 11, as well as STEELBANE's name in Japanese, and then the figure as well as the artwork on the side that kind of creeps over like that. It's Deluxe class Transformers. The back of the packaging has all the same, except for you have this big sticker that now that covers up everything that was American, with the pre-purchase and all that still there. Figure in his 17 steps to transformation, from his Wyvern mode, which is like a dragon, to his night mode. A couple cross cells. We got Squeaks and Drift, and then we got a big picture of STEELBANE right there. Top has the Autobots as they usually are, and the bottom has Sad Pac-Man. So without further ado, let's get into the review. So here he is out of the packaging, and he is awesome. I love this guy already. He's pretty cool. He comes with a sword. This is his sword. Kind of got some detail here all the way through the blade, and it's a little bit soft, but at least the bottom part is nice and hard, so it's easy to get him to hold the weapon, and he can actually hold it two-handed as well. So that's the sword. Really cool. Just to show you can hold it two-handed. So yeah, two-handed sword. So looking at the back of him, you could actually close his wings so it kind of keeps him back. And then from the front, you can't see him as much. You can do a better job of that too. You can suck him right in. And then from the back of him as well, you got the tail sticking out of the back of his leg, and then his head mode kind of sticking out. You can either have it like this or like this, but to cover up his eyes is easy enough. Like that. That doesn't look too bad. And that's from the side. And he's got this nice detail. You can see all this kind of like a sand color and gray. And what I'm thinking it is this light gray plastic with this sand color kind of sprayed on top. Almost like a wash. But it looks really good. It's up here. It's got some accents of teal, metallic teal. You get some more of that with the silver and the dark bronzer color in the chest here. Some of that bronze color right in here, with some of that steel on silver on top, and then some stark silver right here, and then some bronze plastic color. You got more bronze, kind of like a dark brown, bronzish plastic color here on his shoulders. He's got hinges here on his shoulders, so you can get his arms out. If you work it right, you can get them out to about there. Get about a little bit higher, I thought, but it's not letting me do it at the moment. I think that's pretty much all you can do anyway. You can go just a tiny bit higher. I've been able to get it to go like, yeah, like that. Or like that. Well, that was the first time that happened, but we'll just snap that back on there. But you can get it to get out there a little bit. And then he's got a ball joint, so you can go in right. And you got this hinge joint right here. And the thing with this is, you see that little kind of clip? Those are supposed to stay clipped together. Let's get this out of the way so I can show you. Like that. Those stay clipped together. Yeah, like that. You see those? And then you can also unhinge them. But it does give him a butterfly joint if you need it. So you can get it to go across his shoulder. But it will loosen them all up. So I wouldn't advise doing that a bunch. You know, you want to keep them together as much as possible. And part of that is having them in place right. And there you go. But he has an elbow joint that's detented. And it goes up pretty far, too. Get a nice deep bend there. About, I don't know, I'd say about 110 degrees or so. And then you get a bicep swivel above that. And then you get a wrist swivel, but it's like a Dinobot wrist swivel, where the claw will go with it. But except for this claw will go with it, and it tucks away a lot nicer. See, anywhere it is, it tucks away really nice. So that's a huge plus. So it's not really a bothersome, other than that, you know, pain in the ass it might be to move it around. But he's got a head, it will move up and down a little bit. You can look down a little bit, and you can look up. And then it will also turn side to side, of course, as much as you need it to go. And it will go on, it'll tilt a little bit. You get a little bit of a tilt. He's got a nice cream colored crest there painted on. Get that bronzer brown color painted on for his visor. He's got some metallic light silverish, get a little bit of that tealish silver here for his faceplate, and then maybe a darker teal for his eyes, or outlined at least. But all in all, a pretty cool figure. His hips will go out about that far. They'll also kick way up and way back. You get a thigh swivel above the knee, right above the knee, with a bend in the knee about that much. On both sides, pretty good. Pretty good bend in the knee. And then as you can see, his foot will go down, and it will go up. And it's on a ball joint, so you can get... It's a little bit stiff of a ball joint, but you can work it to have a tilt. And yeah, he's got a little bit of that hollowness in here, but it's not really, it's all kind of filled out, so it looks pretty good. And mine likes to stand not too bad. He's pretty good at standing, so. Granted, mine's TakaraTomy. I don't know if that makes any difference, but seems to on mine. Like, I can stand him, see? He stands no problem. So I like that. So let's get for transformation, shall we? After we do a comparison. Here he is with the big boss himself, and he looks much smaller than he should. He should have been larger size to go up against Optimus. But there he is with Optimus. As you can see, he's quite a bit smaller. Going up to Optimus is right about here. So yeah. Even more so on the leader class, the last night Optimus Prime. From Takara, so this is actually, you know, the Takara version. Caliber Optimus Prime. And yeah, so that's him from the front. It's him from the side. From the back. From the other side, holding the sword. And back around. As you can see, mine stands okay. Alright, so let's transform him. So we want to remove the sword. It's got a little peg there. What you do is you bend his elbows, and then you swivel the wrist part down, and you flip out his foot like that. Same thing on this side. Flip it out, switch it, just like that. Alright, now those parts I show you connect, you want to disconnect them. Open them up for now. And then it gives you room right down here. There is a separation. Let's see if we can get more light into this for you. There's a separation here, and you want there to be room. So you want to open this up like that, and then flip it up there like this. And then afterwards, this will spin on top of it, so you rotate it onto the top like such. Alright, same thing on this bottom part. There's a waist swivel. Now, I don't think I showed you there was a waist swivel under there, but there is. See? But anyways, you swivel that, so it's like this. Alright, so we're getting somewhere. Now the key is, now you can flip this part over, and then use this, and you want that swivel to be right. Use that to brace that. And then you slide this out, and then you can pull out his head by going like that. Swivel this around, and adjust this all up like such. You can revert it like that. That kind of builds his head form. That allows him to bring his arms down, and now he has arm movement. There's a lot of wrong moves you can make, so follow these steps. Next, you're going to want to use this ball joint here and pull out the tail. My steps might be a little different than the instructions, but I'm just going by, what you probably want to do. Alright. And you just spin out his wings for a moment, just to get everything else working. And then there's like a slider thing. Alright? So, Now you want to make sure there's a slider. You want to make sure it slides up over his helmet, like this. Well, you probably can't see that very well, but see that pin? You want that pin to be all the way to the top, where his helmet is hidden like that. That way it connects, and then this kind of like grill right here will lock into that slip right there, and that allows him to hold on like this on both sides. Alright, so now we got him in more or less dragon mode, wyvern mode actually. And he's a little bit difficult to work with, but not really. Maybe for camera. He's got a hinge right here, and you just want to get him set up. And he works out okay. He's not the best, but he's not the worst. And with enough fiddling with him, he comes out alright. So there you go, there's the wyvern mode. You got a lot of posability in this mode. You got a swivel head here. What's really cool is he's got his opening mouth. It's got like a red painted tug in there. That's kind of cool. This will kind of move back so you can get him to look like he's mean, where he's frilling up. And then you got this joint right here that goes all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom, with his foot on top, as you can see. And then his head will swivel a little bit down, as well as I showed you, it goes all the way around. So you got those motions. Then you also have this joint right here. It's on a kind of his bicep swivel joint. And then at the bottom there's a ball joint. So you can go up, down, around. And then, like I showed you with this joint, you got like that. And then you can also turn it. Alright. Next up, you got the hinges on his foot that go outward, a little bit front to back, but mainly it's just on this elbow joint, and then nothing here at the foot, but the elbow will go up like that, and then you get all this hinges on the rings that I showed you before. They're just basically on a swivel, so we have that, and then the same kind of movement here on his arms. In robot mode it would be on his legs, hips. Let's see if I can get this out of the way to show you. There you go. And then now you have this joint that's new, and then this joint here, if you call that a joint. Last but not least, you have this tail that will swivel back and forth, and it will hinge back and forth like that, and this right here kind of just stays still. But all in all, he looks like a good dragon. You can also peg his sword in here. I don't know if that's official, but you can. There's a little peg I showed you before, and you clip that right in there. But yeah, so not bad. And then to transform him back is not, just reverse the instructions. So let's do that. Unpeg that. Flip into his foot like this, pulling his foot joint back out. You want to take these, get the wings out of the way, and unhinge those clips right there and there. So we unclip that. At the same time, we bring the face, kind of hinge this part down a little bit, so his face will show again. See how his face is starting to show. There, like that. So now his face is showing. You take this and you flip this. Well, first you want to take this part, and you want to take that hinge right here, and you bring it down all the way down to the bottom. But while you rotate this part and leave that opening there at the same time, so those parts can be joined just like that. And you rotate the thigh swivels to the back, put the dragon head 180 as you flip it into the back of the foot, covering up his eyes, pulling a robot foot down. And then last but not least, you flip up the wing set using these clips as management points to clip into those spots. Let's see if we can get this out of the way. There we go. Like that. And like that. And then last but not least, we just flip into the arms, slip over the wrists, and we have them back into bot mode. So let me know what you think of the review. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe for more toy reviews. And as always, stay awesome, stay subbed, and stay tuned for the next video. I'll try to keep you updated as I'm in this moving process. So, yeah. That's my video, guys. Hope you liked it. I'll be back soon. Check you later. Peace. That's a wrap. I'm out.